and his dad don't give anybody that.
Right.
But watching him do that made me realize how futile it is. Because it's like, what are you going to get from that? You're just going to want more of it.
Oh.
You know what I mean? There's just, and it's not just that. It's just watching him do that. I realize you cause yourself to look childish when you do that.
When you
You
demand
revert to
when
your
you
childish state.
What when you demand like when you demand the floor or demand respect or
when you're trying to show somebody that your opinion, what you believe to be true, is relevant, because it's barely relevant. It's all about fucking having your own experience. It just really is, because it's like, who's to say should Papa fucking think the same thing as Dad? You know what I mean? That's why all of us have different fucking thoughts, because the whole idea is you're supposed to. You're not supposed to go, and granted, this is the whole fucked up thing, is that me having this opinion right now that you shouldn't, but I'm not even saying that, because I do that naturally, because that's what humans do, is we say you shouldn't do that, like we just do that, you know, maybe that's just my family, but
right.
like, so you shouldn't do that, but the thing is that you should literally be you and think what you think, and just watch other people. And me even just saying that is wrong. You should just do that. I should do that. That's what I need to do. And that's just, for me, that's like mind-blowing.
Well, you know what?
Like,
there it is right there. If you realize that your address is to yourself, and you make that clear, you do maintain what you would consider wisdom.
Yeah.
You do.
It's just funny. I just, like, I've been, like, building up to this moment of finally just being like, okay, I'm here. Is this what I want? I think so. Like, at least for right now, this is, like, it's just it's just interesting, because I feel like I feel like I've spent my whole life trying to, like, convince people of different things that I've had, like, you know, Christianity at one point, like, you know, just different shit, you know what I mean? Convincing my dad that Christianity wasn't real, convincing my dad that, like, he was wrong about all the politics bullshit, convincing my dad just
so that was
much
a big
shit.
thing for you to see, that minor conflict between Papa and
yeah,
Mike.
because it was like, it was funny, my mom saying, do you think you guys will do that when you're 50? And I was just like, I literally said, I was like, we've already done that, like, but nobody heard me, because, you know, they were having their own shit. But, like, it's just funny, because we have, like, it's like Dad just keeps doing it, and he doesn't do it consistently. It's like, you know, I'm sure it's like every 10 years he finally is just like, dude, like, it's fucking this way and this way, like, you know what I mean, because we're human. But, like, it's just funny, because it's like, it was weird watching him, because I noticed he started to sound like me, actually tone-wise, which I realize is just a young Terry.
Right.
It's just young. He went from sounding like my dad to sounding like my brother. You know what I mean? Like, and I realized that it all has to do about, like, confidence, right? Like, but also, like, desperation.
So what are you saying?
Not really anything.
Just that you just saw the humanization.
Yeah, and realize that I think that my personal goal in life is to become less human. I think I've never liked humans, and I just don't want to be...
No, what I meant was, like, he was made, like, your dad was made more, like, you know, equal in your eyes.
Totally. But I think what I saw was, for me, I've always had this problem where, like, I have no problem forgiving anybody else's bullshit. I'm like, yeah, that's your bullshit. Like, you're still beautiful. But for me, I was never okay with that. And I think that's because I grew up with fucking, you know, talking to myself, which was like, you know.
Right.
That's all I had. Like, a cat, apparently, which I forgot about Knickers. So, Knickers, myself. That was pretty much my social dynamic. You know, my mom, which I don't even know what the fuck she was doing. But... that was my social shit.
So wait, what are you saying now?
All I'm saying is that I just have a different standard for myself than everybody else. So when I saw my dad having this very human experience, and just wanting that from his dad that I've wanted from my dad, which is him, seeing that kind of, like, irony happening, I was like, you know, I don't want it anymore. Like, that was kind of what happened, is that I was like, you know what? Like, why do I want that? Like, he's not getting anything. And, like, granted, he could have it. Like, I think that you do get something from it. like a satisfaction of some sort. But I just realized that I don't need it. I'm watching it happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of like when a music artist is doing something you're doing, like you don't want to do it anymore. Like what's the point? Just listen to them do it.
Right.
And I think realizing that with my dad, I was like, he's doing it right now. He's fucking 50.
Right.
He's been doing it, like, in different ways.
Right.
But, like, it's just, at the end, it's always the same result. He always walks out of the room. Just, like, he has to take a minute, you know? I'm like, I don't really want that. I just want to see my dad as a child, like everyone, because I feel like that's just the best way to live for me.
That was really sweet, though, to see Papa waving. Well, I waved first, but I see him waving. And it's just, I'm like, you know what? Alameda's not that bad of a place. They're just like, I mean, obviously it never was considered bad, ever. No. I was just saying, like, dude, what day is Buena Vista, like, street sweeping?
I feel like it's Monday, but that's just like...
I guess you're right.
Monday,
I mean, that's just
Friday.
A guess. Huh?
Yeah, no, it's just what I'm going off of my internal, like, bullshit, which is, like, this, so, you know.
Yeah, but maybe it is Monday or Friday.
It's either Monday or Friday.
Oh my god, there's a kitty!
Gucci. Oh, I want to cuddle Boo.
Yeah, you do.
I hella do.
Your mom was funny because she patted me on the shoulder and she said, "You're a trooper."
I think she also gets satisfaction from seeing somebody else having to go through the shit. Although she doesn't realize, I'm sure.
Realize what?
That you're having a different experience than she did. Because you notice she gets so bored, dude. She gets so bored.
Right.
So to her, she sees you not talking, and I think she just assumes that you're more like her.
No, but I mean,
inside,
like, I do get like that, you know. But then now I'm at a different point, you know, where it used to be horrible, I think, with other families or other potential in-laws. Mm-hmm. Really bad. Hell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, you know, I was always afraid to deal with the in-laws, with your family. Mm-hmm. I was afraid because of how awkward it could become. Mm-hmm. You know, just because you guys are loud and you say everything and you say everything, and that's scary, but you know, I've learned to really like it, and I really learn a lot from you guys, you know. I guess keep me sharp. And it's like Ben will say that I have a butt chin, and then Matt will be like, "You don't have a butt chin." But he's like, "But you guys are gonna be in an RV in fucking 20 years." I'm like, all right. Everyone has their opinion. Right. Alright. So yeah. But yeah, it was a weirder time this time, but I liked it.
Yeah.
But I'm really glad you got that, like, I don't know, the best way I could say is cathartic, like, cathartic experience from your dad being you.
Yeah.
In
fucking 25 years.
It's funny that your dad would be playing you in a scenario where, you know, I'm
more like the person
yeah, so he'd be playing you in a scene whereas you and your dad.
Yeah. That also really humbled me too, I think, because it was like, I don't know, I really want to better myself just because I have this ailment. Like, if I'm gonna breed, I better fucking get my shit together. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm gonna bring life into this world and act like I'm fucking in charge of that shit, like, I can't be like Papa, you know? Like, I can't be defensive, and I can't, like, fucking be arrogant. And it's not, dude, he's a sweetheart, for sure. Like, I love him, but, like, he's not right. And granted, he was raised really shitty. Like, from what we all hear, who really knows what happened?
I don't know. You guys all have your things, and I don't know the whole story. But I'm just going to generalize it and just say, hey, you're all good. You guys are all good. You know, Papa was saying some things, and he was, like, just straight up, like, telling Hannah, and then I'm just kind of there, so he was telling Hannah and me, and he'd be like, you know, he was talking about how you know, they talked openly about uh, politics equally back then. And then she actually was piping up and saying, you know, I get an opinion here on the internet, and here and here and here, a billion different sides to everything, and you hear something different from somebody at the gas station or your teacher or your whatever. And I'm like, yeah, that's really true. And I'm like, yeah, I wish I could say that. I wish I could have said that, you know, because that is true. I wish I would feel less ashamed for it, you know, because it is shameful. It's like the way it really is like, you know, is like a lack of connection here, and also just kind of general laziness to go out of my way to learn it.
Yeah.
Because of a general apathy and a disconnect, and me unwisely thinking, or being ready to abandon this country. You know? And that's what it comes from.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's the same mistake that I made in the past. Being willing to abandon, like, let's say my, which, you know, you can argue that it wasn't that unwise, but, like, to abandon my certificate at fucking LMC for something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
To be like, it doesn't matter, it doesn't mean anything. But then now I'm like, oh, at least it would have been a few, you know, it would have been bragging rights in a few different venues, and it might have made me feel better here and there. But at the same time, it's like up in arms, so like, you know, not up in arms, but what I'm saying is like, so am I right for just being ready to abandon this country? And that's what's driving my lack of research and my lack of this. So that's why I'm in a shameful point of view, and that's why I don't pipe up in those conversations, because all I'd be saying is, yeah, I really don't know anything, and I barely care at all.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if I could say that I have a direct influence for that decision. I'm not sure if I know anybody specifically that I think feels the same way as I do, that felt that way before me. I just know that doesn't fucking matter. The point is that I don't care, and I would like to care if it mattered, and I honestly, you know, obviously I'm not sure. I don't think it does.
Yeah.
Or else I would, you know. But, you know, in a petty way, I'm still closer to voting for Trump. You know what I mean? In a petty way, like, not based on not a whole lot of weight into it, but I'd still vote for Trump more than I would do anything else.
I really liked my dad saying he was going to vote for the Libertarian.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck yeah. It made me feel really good. I was really happy about that because, yeah, that resonates with me more. And I loved him saying to his mom, he's like, you know what, I'm going to vote for, you know.
I know, and then she's
right,
like, you go ahead.
Yeah.
She's funny. I felt
She's
like I learned about
fuck.
her, like, kind of more than anybody else that night.
Yeah.
Tonight, said that night. But yeah, I thought it was funny.
She's always been really interesting.
Yeah, I definitely learned that Nana and Papa are a lot like me and you, Mommy.
So funny.
You guys talking to each other, you guys have like the same egg-shaped heads, you know?
Yeah, I know.
You guys are funny like that.
I was looking at her, I'm like, fucking bitch, that's where I got that shit from? Even though it comes from both sides.
Oh, no, no, I wasn't even saying that. I was saying, you know, you and Papa. You guys have the same. You have the pointiness from her, but then you have the egg-shaped head from him.
She's not going to watch this.
I'm not. Kata, dude, this is a safe place for me.
Okay, wait. So then why are you saying...
I'm saying you guys, when you guys were talking to each other,
yeah,
you and Papa, you guys have
Oh.
the same shaped heads. You guys are funny.
No way,
You guys
really?
both have big-ass eyes. Big blue eyes.
Really?
Yeah.
I always thought it looked like Nana because of the...
No, you do. You have these pointy features. You know,
Yeah,
like the
'cause she
nose.
has the...
The nose and, like, you know, like the chin and stuff. You do look like her in that way, you know? And maybe even some of the lips, too. But you have the shape of Papa. which is funny. Which is hilarious. Yeah. But yeah. So I thought you guys are funny like that. Because you guys, it's the way you think in some ways, just it's like it clicks, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I could tell that if I ever really hung out with my grandpa on my dad's side, that it would probably click in a lot of ways. And it would probably make me feel whole in ways that I don't. You know? So seeing you guys like that is really funny. Yeah, though. What is this, Scott Terry or no? Was that not?
God.
What is his name?
Steven
Terry?
Terry? It was
Steve Terry. Good shit.
General of the South. The fact that he pointed out, like, he was going into so much detail, it made it so much more worse. Like, he's like, there was actually a Terry on either side. But the one in the South was a really great general. The one in the North was, nobody that great, but they were fighting against each other. I'm like, my God damn it. Like, fuck. I always knew, though. Since like finding out that like the Terrys like fucking were right around the era of the Mayflower, like fucking same basic shit, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because it was the Steve Terry that was in the family Bible.
Yeah. That
you guys are looking for.
Yeah.
That you guys are in possession of. Okay? So it's like you guys picked your Terry. That's your.
Although technically that Stephen Terry apparently died because it went to the brother. Because he had no siblings. Or not siblings, children. That's what the book kind of implies. Dude was in the war, and then all of a sudden hits his name, and then it gets passed on to dude over here, who I guess writes in his name, his brother.
So
that was what they were.
You guys aren't related to Steve Terry.
Not directly. No. It's like, directly through fathers. You know what I mean?
Right, like cousins. And that when I asked him, it was like, okay,
not cousins. Brothers.
I know, brothers. Right, same shit to me though, because
how is that the same shit?
Because cousins are the sons of brothers.
Yeah, but that makes the tree go out farther. This is talking about, like, father, 2 sons.
Right.
Right? And then it starts going like this, rather than, like, fucking, like, over here. Like,
right.
You know?
Right. No, I get that.
It's deeper. So if you're giving into cousins, it's like, that's weird, because then you're passing shit to people, like, over there, like, at a different generation. No, I totally get that.
So it's passed to a brother, and I was being retarded.
It's potentially, you might be saying cousin, because maybe at some point there was, like, a brother, like a dude that was born, right? And then, making this simpler. 2 brothers have a kid each, both of them sons. The sons are cousins, technically, but they're always around each other, and they live right next to each other. Technically cousins. Who gets the book? Like, I guess the older son gets, but then this kid dies, so maybe it gets passed.
No, like, but you're right. But maybe that is what I was thinking. But I said it retarded. I said cousins instead of brothers.
Yeah, I think
that was all. It was just me being retarded.
It's just all based off of that stupid fucking bullshit. What is it? It's like the lineage. That's what that's
heritage.
Yeah, heritage. Older brother, next brother.
Heir, you know?
Yeah, I fucking hate that shit. Matt's gonna get all that shit. Just because he's the oldest brother.
Right.
It's just funny. I'm honestly like, fuck it. I get why, because it's like most women take the last name of the man that they marry, right? So they're like, okay, you don't get the heirlooms because they're just gonna go into his family name. But it's all fucked up anyways, because, like, why are you taking his family name? Yeah. Why not hers? Like, what's the fucking difference? Anyways, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, that was some good ass shit. Yeah. I don't know. I just love God, baby. I just love God.
Lay down with me.
Nah, fuck that shit. When do you go to work?
Get me cigarettes, Bill.
When do you go to work?
I'm checking. Probably 1. Something around 1.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
What were you hoping for, my love?
Yeah, less awkwardness.
With whom?
Everyone.
12:30, baby. It's a beautiful sunrise.
With your grandparents, they'll be like, "Hey, they were parked right next to us. What?"
Dude,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Get the fuck out of here. Benji made me look up a picture of Trump so he could do the Snapchat fucking shit on its face.
That's how fucking popular it is to be voting for a...
It's all fucked up, dude. It's so fucked.
Damn, what? How? How does it get 50 views, babe?
What do you want to look like?
What the fuck was that? Got it rolling down my back. It's like a bad and get down. Sucked on that dust on my sofa. It's so cold me down. I got nothing in my pocket to believe in
Dude, yes, you uploaded the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Did you put a filter over it?
Mm-mm.
Damn. That's really cool, boo. That's my favorite, when you throw the shirt back,
Yeah.
and really us using 2 cameras really gets, like...
Yeah, like you can't.
what the fuck was that? Got it rolling down my back. It's like a bad
I want to bump this song
I
hella
know.
bad.
on my sofa. It's so cold me down. I got nothing in my pocket to believe.
Like, Forever is the best. Dude, I love that album.
I know.
And it hasn't even done yet.
Yeah.
I'm into that shit. What? I hate people. They just comment, like it.
Yeah, I had to decide I wasn't gonna care.
Damien Callie liked your video. Do you know who that is?
Take a wild guess.
He liked
No,
the
look,
video.
are you gonna take us to the store? Or are you gonna lay down with me?
What does it mean? What does it mean to... kind of lameness, I don't know. Just kind of generally. Oh, screenshot from my video for the song. Got a lot. Filmed with 88 Productions and Jamey Blaze on the beat. Video link in bio. Santa Cruz. You know, I rarely think of what Santa Cruz is doing. For instance, like right now. Like, what is Santa Cruz doing right now, babe?
No.
Here. What is Santa Cruz doing right now, baby? You can take it, have it. Alright guys, let me give you the jibber jabber of the evening before we go to sleep. And I really mean jibber jabber. I'll start with non-English, non-lingual. Right? Sounds nice. Now, the greatest God made his day. Oh, dude, when I said the Great Commission, was that like, what? It was something I said, right? Was it awkward?
Can't remember exactly, but my impression of it was, from my standpoint, was that she was like, oh, okay, whatever, he doesn't want to talk about it. And then...
Was that so offensive? That...
No, it really wasn't. It was like, it wasn't. Like, it really
How about to Papa?
No, I don't think he cared.
Now, I could get you cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
That seems a little lackluster. Okay. Well, no cigarettes for you, Mommy.
And lay down with me.
Okay. I try to maintain your whole, then I really do start to think about the camera, but then it's like, who's gonna watch a clip, a 27-minute clip, or 28-minute clip, with me talking at the 28th minute? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, 29 minutes. 28.
Mm-hmm.
Bear!
I'm done.
I was really trying to, with the Hannah thing. But what? But what